3 Wars a Soldier, A Lively Half a Life, Chapter 2, Family. The music in the background is the Donkey Serenade, very popular many years ago. Ned Kelly, with his suit of armour, our most famous outlaw, as we call them, bushrangers. Here's Ned Kelly, a few days before he's hung at Pentridge Jail at the tender age of 23. Mount Tyson Hotel with the bat-wing doors, which I used to stride through as a young man after having a beer. My father, dressed by his mother as Lord Fauntleroy when he was young. Some years later, at the age of 18, with the remainder of his family, with his brother Barney, with some of the first trucks, and in our town, his friend Dan Sheehan, who was an amazing poet, who wrote the songs of the cane fields. Some of the poems are used in the book, courtesy of his daughter Josie. Bill Pickrell, friend of my father, he unfortunately committed suicide over a sad love affair, I believe. Young Patrick, with his sister Judy. My mother raised him after she raised us three. My mother and my father. My father, in the latter years. My mother is a young lady. She was saying that in her day, they didn't want big bosoms. Women wanted a flat chest because this was the era of the flapper. The flat chest was in. Mum and Dad's day of marriage. My mother's side, the Johnsons, when they were married. Bill, Uncle Bill, favourite uncle and wonderful violinist. Peter, on the left, also a wonderful violinist, and he was shot through the mouth, First World War, had his teeth, so I presumed he must have been laughing at the time. Some photographs of myself and my sister Patricia in our early years. With my mother at the annual local show. How we changed when we grow up. Patricia with her best friend Rita Harrington at the time. Patricia on the day of her marriage. A few years later with young Tony and young Anne. Patricia again with her two brothers, young Jim, the younger one, and John, the older one. Here's Fritz as he nearly fell off the cliff on Mount Tyson. And finally, the peak and the cliff where he dropped my sheath knife over the edge and I had to retrieve it.